Radhe Radhe. So in this video I'm going to discuss the find number of ways to reach kth stair problem which occur in today's LEETCODE challenge. So if you have any doubt regarding this, you can ping me up on Instagram. Even you can join my Discord server. I probably both the links in the comment section. I'll pin them. Sorry. The problem statement is very simple. You're given like the values of k, and you're initially starting. You're having an infinite stairs. Okay, and you're starting from 1. So there is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and till infinity number of stairs, and you have to start from 1. What you can do is you can either make a -1 move, that is step down by 1 move, or step up by 2 to the power jump moves, and jump is initially equal to 0, and whenever you make this step, jump becomes +1, and you can't make this step consecutively or when you add 0 stair. Okay, so these things we don't need to take into consideration. So this is basically a kind of, like, if you understand bit manipulation and binary, so you'll get to know this. So what you have to do is, so let's say since it is in this form, so instead of starting from 1, if we want to make this 0, so we can make this 2 as 1 and 0 as -1, and so on. That is, make all the elements -1. But since we are dealing with only k, so we have to just make k -1. Okay, k equal to k -1. Done with this. Okay, so now what you have to do is, so let's say the range. Okay, so whenever you are going to have like this kind of operation, so you can say that this kind of operation is going to make it somewhat like 1 1 1 1 1 1 dot dot dot. Okay, and this kind of operation is going to make it -1 -1 -1. That is minus, let's say, number of times we perform this operation, -1. Okay, so this is the binary of this operation and this is the binary of this operation. So if we add them, so the answer should be k. So how many possible ways of making this k equal to, like, how many possible ways are there for these two combinations? Okay, so then since I use the term combination, so you can get it from here that this is a problem of simple permutation combination. So once you k equal to k -1. So now just for the range, okay, so let's say for the range, so if we are going to consider this, and what is the maximum number of times we can perform -1, because -1 is going to be performed under a constant. So the value of k should lie between 1 1 1 1 1 1 minus maximum number of times -1 operation can be performed to from 1 1 1 1 1 1 dot 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 2 1 1 1 1 1 1 dot dot dot. That is, this number minus maximum number of times -1 can be performed to this number itself. So this is the range in which k should lie. Okay, so for every element, so for every 1 1 1, that is, for 1 you have to check if it is possible. For 1 1 you have to check, that means for 1 you have to check. For this is 3, binary of 3, this you have to check. For binary of 7 you have to check, for binary of 15 you have to check, and so on. Okay, so how you are going to do this for 1 3 7 15? So let's say we are going to consider this as L. Okay, L, and remember one thing, you can also go with 0. Okay, you can also go with 0. So L is initially going to be 0. Okay, and let's say we have a count variable, that is what is the maximum count of -1 you can do. So if it is 0, you can perform at least one, and if it is this 1, you can perform twice, because there are going to be 2 operations. So you can perform 1 operation before this one and 1 operation after this one. Okay, simple as that, since it has to be non-consecutive. Okay, so now what you can do is, while L is lesser than 2 to the power 33, since it was like 10 to the power 9 the range, so you can go for 2 to the power 33. It lies way beyond this and there won't be any TLE. So inside this while loop, what you can do is check if k lies in the range L minus count to L. That is, this is the L and this is the count. Okay, so from L minus count to L, if this lies in this range, that is, basically in simpler terms, k is greater than equal to L minus count and k is lesser than equal to L. So if this condition is satisfied, what you can do is make your answer plus equal to NCR of C means count, comma L minus K. Okay, and after this just incrementing, that is L from 0 to it becomes 1, 1 to it becomes 3, right? So that means L is equal to L into 2 plus 1, that is plus 1, 1 into 2 plus 1, 3, 3 into 2 plus 1, 7, 7 into 2 plus 1, 15, like this. Okay, and count simply plus plus. Okay, we're done with this. So now let's get a dry run for this. So that is for 0. So if you're going to consider 0, what it is going to have is, if you take just 0, okay, sorry, let me rewrite it. If it is 0, so initially k is equal to k minus 1. So 0 gets overwritten as minus 1, right? So now since it is minus 1, so what we can do is we can find an operation on 0 and minus 1. Okay, so that is 0 minus 1 is minus 1. We can take this thing 1, and since the maximum number of is going to be 2, so 1 minus 2, so it is going to be minus 1 also. And for this 3, and we can go for 2 and 3 maximum, right? That is 3 minus 3 is 0. So we can see that at this position the range breaks. So we are going to consider only these two cases. And what are these two cases? It is going to be it is going to be 1 and 1. Okay, so that becomes 2, 1 and 1, and that becomes 2. For this case, for this 1, you can go with, like, 1 gets rewritten as 0, since because of k minus 1, and after it is getting rewritten as 0, you can like perform the steps and you can get it. Okay, and in case if you're like getting a difficulty in understanding this, so it is basically go with this logic, that is 1 1 1 1 1 minus maximum number of minus 1 operations. And what you have to do is you don't need to perform the maximum number of minus 1 operations. So let's say the maximum number of minus 1 operations is count in this case, and the number of operations of minus 1 that you are going to perform is L minus K, right? So that means there are count number of places where you can perform the minus 1 operation, but you have to just perform it in L minus K places. So that is basically count C L minus K. This is the combination and formula. So I hope you get it, how this formula comes, and you can like perform the NCR using a normal factorial or even the basic method of multiplying through that is the simple thing. Okay, so that's it from my side. Thank you.